Mental disorders. What comes to mind when you hear the words mental disorder? Someone who's not mentally well, someone who can't take care of themselves, someone who's not that bright. There are many mental disorders out there, and there's many different varieties, but not all of them mean that you're mentally sick or you can't function or you're even that dumb. About 1 out of 4 Americans and adults in the world have a mental disorder, but only 1 out of 20 seek help. I have a mental disorder. I have Asperger's syndrome and a learning disability. My learning disability was diagnosed around second grade when I saw several professional doctors, from psychiatrist to ears, nose, and throat doctor. They couldn't specify what learning disorder I had until later on, so I was placed into learning disability classes for all types. As time went on, I lost several types of disability classes until they truly found that I only had a disability in reading and spelling. Now, as time went, I was even put into advanced classes later on, showing that it was specifically only in those areas. As time went on, I took several classes to learn more about my mental disorder and my learning disability by taking psychology classes in high school and in college, and doing many of hours of research online and reading books. Now there are three main things that I did to try to overcome my learning disability and my Asperger's syndrome, and those are fear, struggle, and misconception. And fear, I was always terrified to read out loud until about the junior high. I barely read at a grade level. So I was terrified. Just even when I ran out loud, I was always skipping over words, trying to make sense of words, and that's very frightening in front of for a child to do that. I also had fear of spelling out loud or spelling my papers because I felt so sorry for my teachers. Every time I get my papers back, they would be read or come up to see me so I could understand what you're saying. I just felt so bad. With my Asperger's syndrome, I have fear of just talking to new people in general. I always get so nervous, and it's the simplest of things. I have trouble asking questions, and I don't even, in my mind, I don't even think that something bad will happen, but there's still the nerving fear. And when I stand in lines, I have to have my cash in hand and the exact amount, but I'm constantly recounting it over and over again. And I don't know why. I know the exact amount's right there, but as times go on, I've slowly conquered this anxiety and fear. Now, the struggles I've had has to go with actually learning to read better and to spell, and overcoming anxiety of just out there communicating. Because how I talk sometimes to people is I will say something, but that's not what they get. It'll sound just right in my head, but it might sound mean or blunt to someone else, and they think I'm talking about when I just stated simple facts. And that's quite a struggle for me, because I don't get what I've done wrong, and even to this day I still don't get what I've done wrong. But I've learned to make gestures that don't make sense to me but make sense to others. And there are still many at times when people are crying or laughing or mad, and I just don't get why. Now, my third and also a struggle is I've had a setback in learning things, because both with my learning disability and Asperger's syndrome, normal people learn to drive around 16. I'm learning to drive around 22 because of the anxiety behind it all. Now, for misconceptions to succeed, there are many conceptions about mental disorders which are applied to me. People think I can't achieve more than I can. Some of my high school teachers thought I couldn't make it in college, and here I am in college with no help working on it. And in high school, they put me in a pre-algebra class when I should have been in an algebra class. Halfway through the year, I was acing the pre-algebra class, so they put me in algebra, and I aced it, and they never questioned my ability to take higher classes again. I ended up taking advanced classes in high school because of my courage to stand up for myself. And because I have overcome fear, struggle, and misconception about my disabilities and my and my Asperger's syndrome, has allowed me to be a successful person today, to be able to stand up here and to give speeches and to live my own life. Thank you.